week's Parshas Re'eh, something very nice from the Rebbe's father, Rabbi Yitzchok Zatzal. In this week's Parsha, at the end it speaks about the 3 Yom Tovim. Sholosh Regolim starts with Pesach, then it mentions Shavuos, and then the mitzvah from Sukkot. Rabbi Yitzchok has a beautiful explanation of the Yom Tov and Shavuos, and he asks 4 questions, if you read good his wording. Number 1, Pesach has 7 days. Sukkot has 8 days together with Shmini Atzeres. But Shavuos has only 1 day. Why 1? Number 2, if you look, Pesach and Shavuos is only 7 weeks in between. But between Shavuos and Sukkot is more than 4 months. You have Sivan, Tammuz, Av, Elul, and then half a Tishrei. Everything's exact. Why is Shavuos closer to Pesach than to Sukkot? Also, this is the fact that Hashem made that Shavuos should be in the middle. First the Yidden got mitzvah of Pesach, then they got Shavuos, and then they got Sukkot. Shavuos is be'emtza, in the middle, has a meaning. And last detail, the Gemara says in Brachas, Daf Nun Ches Amud Aleph, we say in davening every day, L'cha Hashem Agdula, there's greatness which is called Chasodim from the Eibishter. Then it says Gvura, Agdula B'Gvura, and then it says V'hat Teferes, and beauty. Beauty, says the Gemara, V'hat Teferes, Zumat and Torah. That happened by Shavuos when we got the Torah. What's the meaning of that? Explains Rabbi Yitzchok. We know the difference between, explains the Chassidus, many places, the difference between the time of Pesach and the time of Sukkot. Pesach is a time where we got Chasodim, a time of Chesed. Hashem showered us. It's called Milamayla Lamata. From above, down, he brought tremendous amount of miracles to the Jewish people. He expressed his tremendous love to us, Ava, his Chasodim. 10 plagues, all the miracles, Yitzis Mitzrayim, him himself, not the Malach, etc. And Hashem didn't judge us. It was showering from above, tremendous amount of chesed. And that's similar to water, it says, comes from milamayla lamata, from above down. Tishrei is similar to Eish fire, where person, Hashem tells a Yid, I did so many miracles for you. Now it's your time to step on the plate. I gave you the Torah, and now it's your work that you have to do milamata lamayla. From down here, how we yearn and we want to connect to above. That's similar to fire, which rises above. And that's the difference between Chesed and Gevurah. Chesed is just kindness from Hashem, and Gevurah is which is also judgment. That's Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and that person has to work and earn and toil away. And that's our avodah. That's Gevurah. Now continues Rabbi Yitzchok and says, in Chassidus it explains that just like with the human body, you have the right side, you have the left side, and then you have the center. In the center, that's called Midas HaTeferes. Teferes is beauty. That's a blend of the right and the left, between the Chesed and the Gevurah. In Chassidus explains, the Mitzvah Rebbe gives an example, many places of Chassidus, just like you make a picture. One color is not a nice picture. When do you see beauty, Teferes? Only when you have a mixture of colors, a blend of one with another, and each one supports the other. That's when you have true beauty. In mitzvahs, in Torah, you have also these 2 parts. There's a Jew that expresses a love to Hashem, and that's Chesed. And then there's a time when a person has to work hard, control himself more, not to transgress, astray from the right path and do prohibited mitzvahs. That's the 365 prohibited mitzvahs. Lo yisaseh. So mitzvahs aseh is the positive. A person loves Hashem, he wants to do mitzvahs like the Rebbe says in Tanya. Lo yisaseh is more gevurdik. You have a lot of control, Kabbalah soil. If a Jew has only one, there's some Jews only like to do mitzvahs, but they don't really focus on the loisasa. And then there's others who just focus on the loisasa, on the gevurah, and they don't have chesed. That's not fulfilling Hashem's will. When do you have, this is what the Gemara says, Vateferes, Zumat and Torah. Matan Torah, when Rebbe gave the Torah, he showed you have a blend of both. This chesed and this gevura. This mitzvah say, mitzvah lo yisaseh. Just like a parent who brings up a child. Of course, you want to shower them with love. Only love alone won't work. You do strict alone, gevura also don't work. When you have a blend, then it works. Here comes Rabbi Yitzchok and says so beautiful. So you have three sides or three channels. You have chesed on the right, gevura on the left, and the center you have is the Tiferes. And that's why you see so beautiful. On the right, Hashem gave first chesed, Pesach. Then he gave Shavuos, which is going to be in the middle. That's the Tiferes, like the Gemara says. And then you have on the left side is Sukkot. So exactly how it's in the Chumash, in the end of the sixth Parsha, you see also first Pesach, then the middle of Shavuos, and then Sukkot by the end. So you have Yamin, you have Emtza, and you have Shmuel. Now you see, so now it says Rabbi Levi such a beautiful thing. In Chassidus it explains that although Tiferes, beauty, is a mixture from Chesed and Gvura, but the Lashon Chassidus is Tiferes noite lechesed. Tiferes is much closer to Chesed. Why? Because ultimately when Hashem gave us the Torah, there's two parts. Yes, Chesed and Gvura, and there's mitzvah, same mitzvah loisa, and there's more mitzvahs loisa said than there's 265, and here's 248 positive. But when a Jew, what's he involved with the whole day? The prohibitions? No. A Jew loves Hashem, so he's involved with the mitzvahs. Automatically, once you're involved with the chesed part, with the ava part, with the love to Hashem, then automatically those other things don't even come. They're not in existence. The more you're involved with the love, the less you'll be involved with the gevura. The more chesed, the less gevura. And that's why Hashem made Shavuos is much closer to Pesach to show you Tiferes noite lechesed. Tiferes is much closer. So Jews, in a Jew's life, he has both. He listens to Hashem in every way, but what do you see him constantly doing? What's he active in? His daily actions? Oh, he's a life full of love, positive involvement with Hashem. And now you'll see why it says only one day, explains Rabbi Yitzchok. Echad, one goes on Hashem. There's an expression in Chassidus that says Tiferes oile ad hakesa. Sometimes says that pnimis hakesa, which means very simple terms. When a person lives a life and he has that blend of chesed and gevura together, like the Eibishter wants, but Tiferes umat Torah, like the Gemara says, he has that beauty, the chesed and the gevura together. Then you fulfill ultimately Hashem's will. And that arouses in Hashem a tremendous tainug, a tremendous feeling of love and fulfillment when Hashem sees that a Jew is accomplishing what he wants. When you only have chesed, not good. When you only have gevura, no good. When you have Tiferes both, oila de kesed, you reach to the deepest inner will of Hashem. You're fulfilling the ultimate goal of why Hashem created the world. And that's why Hashem said, here's not too many days. I want a hint over here. You're reaching to the Yechad, to the wall, directly to the core and to the source of everything. You're fulfilling Hashem's will when you have the blend. But the Tiferes umat Torah, this explains all the beautiful answers, why it's only one day, and why it's closer to Pesach, because ultimately a Jew is full of chasodim, full of kindness.